How's it going, guys? Nordy back, bringing you some more StarCraft2 ladder matches, continuing on my road from silver to hopefully master someday. So we got a good match here for you guys. It's a PvP between myself and Fundamentals here on Blood Boil LE. I don't really like this map, but I don't like the layout of the map. I love like the aesthetic of the map, but I really don't like the layout of the map. It's kind of, I don't know. There's just a lot of ways for your opponent to come in and attack you from behind, which I don't really like. But let's get right into it here. He's a Gold League player. Alright. Switch to my name here. Production and nameplates. Alright, so PvP again, some things you want to be looking out for when you scout. You want to be looking out for the double gas. You know, if he's got the double gas, he can be doing a whole bunch of different things, but you know, the most common things are, you know, something like a one-base blink stalker. You could be going for an early oracle play. Mass immortals, you could be doing that. You could be going for an early GT shrine, which would really mess up your day if you don't scout that. So you want to be looking out for that too. See if he's going for DTs or something like that, so you can get an observer out and handle that. So, as always, you just want to send your first scout out after it builds this gateway here. You just want to send it out across the map, just to check out and see what he's doing. I believe he sent his scout out really early. Yep, he sent his scout out super early, so immediately I'm thinking, you know, maybe this guy's going to cannon rush me here. I ended up getting a pretty good block on his probe there. This is kind of cool. My SCV just kind of like smushed him up against my Nexus there. So I'm thinking maybe he's doing a cannon rush, but then I get over there and I see he's got a expansion, so then I figured, you know, maybe it's not a cannon rush. Either that or he just didn't commit to the cannon rush. And I also see the expansion, so I figure I'm pretty safe to take an expand as well. So I'll put my Nexus down, and we'll start to think about heading into a macro game here. Getting up my second gas. Gonna start getting up my Cybernetics core. Got my probe over here just scouting out. He doesn't have any gas, which is very interesting. So maybe he was playing a cannon rush, and he just decided not to do it. But I'm not sure.
Your probes are in a hazardous working environment.
He's chasing my probe over here. Here he built a pylon. At first, I think it's just to be annoying, because you know, Protoss like to either, I mean, they can like steal your gas, they can throw a pylon down in your base for scouting. I mean, they can do a whole bunch of things to just generally annoy you early on in the game. Then he comes back and he builds a cannon. So now I'm thinking, you know, maybe he was trying to cannon rush and he was just a little indecisive at first. And now he's deciding, you know, screw it, I'm going to commit to the cannon rush. I bring some probes down, but then, you know, I'm like, you know what, just, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to cancel my expand, and I'm just going to go off one base play if he wants to do this crap on me. So I'm just going to do one base. I see he's got two base, so I know he probably won't have an army out anytime soon. So I'm just going to build my army up and push across the map around 6 minutes and just try to kill him like that. Because he was being a bit annoying there, so I just didn't want to deal with it, so I just decided to go one base here. So I'm getting some gates up, getting my robo out, getting warp gate going, getting some adepts out. Making sure I don't get supply blocked like I'm about to, as usual. Got my mothership core out for photon overcharge. Attacking that pylon down there with my probe. Probably will take a long time. I'm making sure I put pylons at the front for just in case he tries to attack me early. So you know I have a photon overcharge at the front. My gate's done, so I'm gonna start building some stalkers. Once that robo's up, as always, you know, just want to build a observer as soon as that robo goes up, and send it across the map to do some clutch scouting on your opponent. See what he's up to. Chronoing out the warp gate is essential as well. Helps you get it pushed out just a little bit faster. Making sure I don't get supply blocks still, and making sure to put my pylons in good spots so I don't have Narcosis powering everything. It's another thing you want to be thinking about when you're placing your pylons.
Research is done. Let's hope you click the right.
Warp gate's done, so start turning my things into warp gates and start warping in units. Getting a mortal out now that my observer's done. You can see on the mini map my observer's going across the map. You can also see on the mini map my probe finally killed as a pylon. It only took 4 minutes. Yeah, just working on getting my army up, getting that immortal out. You can see here. Oh, I don't have my camera on. You can see here he's got an oracle there, but I managed to spot that and kind of warded it away before it did too much damage there. He gets a couple kills here, but nothing too crazy. So I just kind of chase that off. Continue to warp in units here. Accidentally pulled the probe out with me, so I'm gonna send him back in. Looking to see what his plan is here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to push around 6 minutes. And get that warp prism up here in a minute, so I can reinforce the front. Should already be building it, but I'm not. Bit of a mess up there. There it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna build that warp prism, just send it across the map as well with my army, just to get some, so you're able to reinforce well, so you don't have to warp in units back home and then push them all the way across the map. You can reinforce from a forward position, which is always nice. I see here he's got a bunch of starports, so I figure he's probably trying to tech up to air, so I figured this push is probably going to work because he won't have a whole lot of ground units since he's trying to go up to air, which is a very costly thing. You can see there he's got one void area out, but it won't be enough to deal with this. So I just push in, start taking out his stalkers here. Oh, I'm going to pick off his mothership core first real quick before I do anything, and I'm going to back off since he photon overcharged that pylon up there. Got my warp prism up, so I'm going to be able to start warping in units at the forward position there. But I'm supply blocked, so I'm going to need a bunch of pylons there. Of course I'm supply blocked, right? Why wouldn't I be? Attack that pylon so we can't photon overcharge it when he gets his mothership core back up. I'm going to focus down that void ray since it is a problem. It's a high priority target. He pulls his probes there, so he's in panic mode. I managed to clean up his army and then be able to clean up his probes as well there. I managed to win the initial engagement. He's got stalkers on the high ground, but unfortunately my micro is terrible and I'm not able to micro my observer up there to get high ground vision. He gets his mothership core back up, so I'm going to back my army off since he's photon overcharging that pylon up there. I'm just going to come down here and cut off his second's income. So we try to choke his income a little bit more. Take out that second. Right now I got him on his heels here. I'm going to take out these buildings while I build up my stocking count a little bit before I push up that ramp. Pushing my observer up there just so I can get some high ground vision before I go up. Pushed his army back a little bit. Taking out that forge, the thought was maybe he was building something from it, but he ended up not being building anything from it, so I should have just taken out the gateway. Yeah, it puts a force field down, so he's able to block my army for a little bit, but it's just a minor annoyance, really. Yeah, the force field's gone, so I'm gonna come up. Photon overcharges the pylon, but he should have photon overcharged. He photon overcharged one way in the back here. He should have photon overcharged this one. That might have made me back off if he would have done that. I'm gonna take out these mothership core into the void ray, and then I'm gonna try to take out his stargates so he can't be warping in more void rays on me. And at that point, it's just GG. Just gonna have too much for him. So, again, 3 tenets, looking at your mini-map, reacting to your opponent, and scouting. Very important to do. I saw he was going void ray, and he decided he wanted to be a little bit annoying, block off my second with the cannon there, so I just decided to say screw it, went one base, and then I ended up seeing he was going trying to take up to air real early, so I knew he wouldn't have too much of a ground force to to defend against what I had, so I just decided to commit to the one base play and attack him pretty early on, and managed to work out pretty well for me. So yeah, that was a good win. Let's go look at the APM real quick. Let's see here. APM. So he had 96 and I only had 60. So again, APM not too big a deal in that match there. Definitely scouting, reacting to my opponent, and mini-map watching were much more important than APM in that match. So yeah, that was a good match. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you wanted to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate that. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks, guys. Nori out.